This is Homesteaders Natural Products, and we are just doing a quick video to show you the progress here at the new farm, the 25-acre farm. The field is now fenced with electric fence. 2 sections are ready now for the goats. So this is going to be one section. It's a small section for this year's mom and kids. They don't need a really big section yet, but this is going to be their section. And then the rest of the goats will be in the larger section, which goes way down into the woods. So they have a big section here, and the most goats will be in this section, with one structure that's over there that's ready. And we're going to be building another structure that's bigger for the goats and for the guard llamas that we're getting. Over here we have our meat chickens. There's 200 of them in here, and they are very happy. They get outside, they have access to the grass if they want it. This wooden structure here used to be our hay mow for the goats, but we lined it with plastic and left a little space open at the bottom, so it's used as a chicken feeder for a lot of feed. We're going to be moving those in with the hens here in a little bit, but right now it's just out here, and they have their feed in the metal feeders, and lots of water is there. So this is their section. Then once they're gone, we're going to open this fence up so that the laying hens will have access to it as well. This is the hens building. I have to go around the fence here. This is the laying hens. We have approximately 100 of them in here, with one rooster. He's a lucky guy. And we also have 4 guinea hens that are probably out in the yard here. And this is their fenced in area. They have it cleared of green stuff right now, but we are going to be, probably in the next couple of weeks, we're going to start to free range them, because we want them to be able to be out around cleaning up bugs and weeds all over the property. We just need to make sure that they're well established in their home and know where to come home at night. And you can see over there are the guinea hens. They're digging a china or trying to bury each other. I don't know what they're doing. And eventually we want those out around as well, because we want them to eat the ticks and get them taken care of for us. So they can come out as they please during the day. And they have this area. And then over here is our greenhouse. The greenhouse has roll-up sides so that we can let fresh air in during the day and let the hot air out if it gets too hot. You can see we have some beets and peas coming up over there, some peppers and cucumbers, some squash, more peppers, and some sweet potatoes, which we've never grown before, but we're going to give them a try. With the greenhouse now, we should be able to grow sweet potatoes. And then there's tomatoes over there. And you can see on the shelf we still have lots to put in the garden. Lots to put in the ground. And then out here in this section, beside the greenhouse, we have a few beds made up that we'll plant some beans and things outside here that don't need to be in the greenhouse. The house itself is a long-term work in progress. Right now we have running cold water, and we have electricity when the generator's on, a diesel generator. We will be bringing up the solar panels so that the whole house can be on power, but it'll be solar power. This hole here was dug for our well because our well was buried about 6 feet deep. It was drilled in the 60s, but we've had the water tested, and for quality and for safety, of course, and for pressure, and it's a really good well. The waters taste amazing, and it's safe and everything too. We have a container there that right now is Darren's workshop, storage for the feed, and storage for lumber that we have for various projects. Here is where our septic tank is, which we had to dig up as well to find out where it was and what it was like. And then after we dug that up, we covered it up and planted grass on it, just to have a little grassy area. The entrance to our basement. And this trench is dug to bring the power over from the solar panels, which is going on that platform, that flat area over there. We'll be putting a cement platform and putting the solar panels there. And then the lines will be buried going into the house so that we have the power in the house. We have a little bit of a front lawn area, which eventually I want to turn into a bit of a cottage garden with flowers and herbs and various things like that. We didn't realize, but this area was covered with lilacs, purple lilacs. We didn't realize until after we mowed it all off, and one little tree was left that blossomed. So there's still lots of lilac shoots coming up, so we're gonna leave a lot of them. Wait and see how the rest of this blooms to see what it is before we do any more haircuts, to make sure that we don't lose anything else that we want to keep, because lilacs are one of our favorites. And then down here we have a bit of an outdoor garden area. Right now it looks like it could use a weeding, but we have garlic on the right, some lettuce and spinach in the foreground here, starting to come up, and then some potatoes. The potatoes will be growing mostly for ourselves. The garlic will be for ourselves and some for selling as well. And the spinach and lettuce will be for ourselves and for selling. Spinach is coming up pretty good. Again, it needs to be weeded. And then we have another line of garlic here for pest control. Try and keep some of the bugs and rabbits out. And then here we have our turkeys. We just got the turkeys a few days ago, and the pen isn't quite complete to the point that we can let them outside. So they're still in their shelter, but it's a nice open airy shelter that they get lots of fresh air and shelter from the weather. There's 25 of them in there. So they'll be available for sale around October, November for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So this is their area. They don't do a whole lot outside, so they don't have a huge area, but at least they'll be able to get outside. We can open it up over there if we need to, but they'll have access to some green out here once it starts growing up again after being trampled on quite a bit with putting the fencing up. And then eventually this will be another area for the goats. So lots of trees and bushes for them to munch on, lots of different types of grass and green foliage and stuff that they can snack on different things. And then again, this is where the solar panels are going to go. And there's the house. So that's the tour on June 24th, 2018. A little bit of what's going on. The house itself still needs quite a bit of work, but right now we're more concerned about getting vegetables in the ground and animals up here. And then beginning of July, Emily and I will be moving up here with Darren. He's been here pretty much full time since April for sure. And working on getting things ready for the farm side of things and getting the house to the point that we can move in. It'll be quite a bit like camping for a while, with boiling water on the stove, and we do have a flushable toilet, which is good, and we have running water for dishes and food. The water's potable, so that's great. We do have electricity for now with the generator, so we are able to turn that on whenever we need electricity. But the plan is in the next couple of weeks to a month, we'll have the solar panels up here so that we'll have full power, so that it'll be a little bit easier. We'll be able to have hot water again, running water whenever we want, electricity whenever we want. Emily's looking forward to having some internet, which we don't have right now, which is a bit of a challenge, but this is what we wanted. This is what we've been wanting for a few years, so we're really looking forward to the challenge and the experience that we're getting from it, and that Emily will have as well. So that's the 25-acre farm at this time. More to come.